right. Okay, let's jump right in. I think we're rolling now. I've got everything recording. Thank you for your patience once again, and welcome to our class tonight. We are going to talk about essential oils and just the ways that they can help your family. I'm really hoping to keep my part to about 30 minutes or so. We're going to just discuss doTERRA, discuss exactly what essential oils are, and I want to answer you guys' questions. And so if you are muted and you have a question, please feel free to stop, interject, interrupt, ask a question, because I definitely don't want to sit here and just talk about things all night that you may already know about. But what I really want to do is answer your questions and help you figure out the things that you are here to learn about. All right. I'll start with this though. We are talking about doTERRA's essential oils. doTERRA is one of the largest, if not the largest, essential oil distributor in the world. And we work with families to use natural solutions for their everyday lives. People turn to us when their current healthcare approach isn't achieving the results that was supposed to, right? They're tired of using chemical concoctions for literally everything. Sometimes people are just confused by all the natural options that are out there, and they don't have time to research it all. And so they come to us to help figure out the things that they need. And they want more energy to do the things that they love without the side effects of stimulants. Overall, they just want to increase the overall quality of life for their family. And so doTERRA is here to help us accomplish all those things. They offer a full line of essential oil kits to support your family's health goals, whatever they are. We jokingly will say, oh, you've got this going on. Well, I've got an oil for that. And, I'm sure people have even made t-shirts for that by now. It really is true there. There's not a thing in 4 years now, really going on 5 years, that our family has not found a use for essential oils in that case. So that's what we're here to talk about tonight. Go on to my next slide here. Guys, doTERRA has raised the bar in the essential oil industry. There's no fillers, there's no artificial ingredients, there's no dilution, unless, you might have some blends that have some coconut oil in them. And at that point, it's noted on the bottle as part of the ingredients. There's never any, covering up of dilution, but, it's what you see on the label is what you get. The plants are grown in their ideal environments. The oils go through 5 levels of testing to ensure purity and potency. And, purity and potency, those are really the 2 most important things that you want to consider when you're trying to decide what essential oils that you're going to go with. And so you can just depend on and rely on doTERRA to deliver those 2 things time and time again. I like to tell people, people are depending on, for their wellness, a consistency and a therapeutic grade of oil in order to deliver them what they need for their health and wellness. And so when people are relying on that, you want to be able to know that your oil is going to promise on it's going to deliver on what it promises every single time. And with doTERRA, you really are going to find that to be the case. So all this means that when you see the doTERRA label, you can be assured that you're going to see the highest health benefits. And if you don't like it and you return it within 30 days, you're either going to get 100% product credit to try something else, or 90% returned back to your card. Their customer service is beyond anything I've ever seen. They go above and beyond, out of their way to take care of their customers. So let's talk for just a second exactly what an essential oil is, right? Sometimes you might hear somebody say that it is essential to the life of the plant, when really essential oils are the essence of the plant. That's where that word comes from. They're extracts from the plants. They're found in the seeds and the bark and the stems and the roots and the flowers and other parts of the plants. They're highly concentrated, so you really don't need a whole lot in order to get the job done. Less is more, you can see there on the slide, but really it's why we learn to measure oils by the drop. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, and you can even see there on the bottom of the slide that 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. Now, Before we go on, I want to go ahead, since we've kind of had some introductions, I would love for everybody to, we're going to unmute everybody, and let's go around. It seems like we might have 8 or so people here. Oh, baby's crying somewhere. Let's start up here. Well, I guess we can start with whoever wants, but can we go around the class and just introduce yourself? Oh, nice, sweet baby. Introduce yourself and let us know where you're from, what you're hoping to learn about, and who invited you to the class.
Okay. The key there is to make it look like somebody's always home.
Wait,
Burglar is 90%.
Yeah, who's that? Anybody can go first. Speak up. Go for it.
my name's Ashley.
So here are some things you can
Ashley,
do to
welcome.
create the illusion that someone's
Hi,
home.
and I was by Connie.
That makes more sense.
Connie Worthy.
Turn the light on. You can install a motion detector light.
So Ashley, what are you
TV on low.
what are you hoping to learn about during our class tonight?
A large pair of men's boots out in front that gives the appearance there's a man at home. What does it have based
I learn something to less medicine, more natural stuff. You know?
Okay. So nothing specifically, really just the general, really all of it.
Well, like a specific reason, like my son has eczema. I'm looking for a solution for that.
Okay. All right. So you're looking for ways to help take care of your kids in a more natural way.
Yeah.
That's
And then
awesome.
your best bet is
Yeah.
to go ahead and select.
Very cool. All right. Who else?
What if you don't have to go? Oh, you'll have to. Soil myself. Soil myself? It's not pretty, but it's the most
Who wants to go next?
effective method to ensure that an attacker will not.
Okay, you have Linda here.
Awesome. Hey, Linda.
Hey, Heather, how are you doing?
Good. Linda, tell us where you're joining us from tonight.
Well, right now I'm at my parents'.
Okay.
So they're watching a movie, and I'm right in the same room with them, so I'm trying to be quiet. But anyway, I jumped on here because I wanted to watch the class and see how it all takes place, and I'm excited to be here.
Very cool. Yeah. Linda's already well educated in her oils and is trying to learn more and more all the time. So thanks for being here. Anybody else want to take a second and introduce yourself?
Plus, Mom is convinced that the entire entertainment industry is a scam that is getting access to your house.
There's Andy.
All right. Well, we'll keep going then. If anybody else wants to speak up, please know you are welcome to as we go throughout the rest of the class. I am going to mute everybody again, but feel free to unmute yourself if needed, if you need to speak up and ask a question. All right. So let's talk for a second about how to use essential oils. There's 3 different ways. I just always tell people to remember the letters A, T, and I. So you're going to use them aromatically, topically, or internally. Aromatic use is really going to be, yes, for purifying the air, really helping with respiratory system, but it also is a great way to use your oils when you're trying to affect mood management. Really 2 ways that I use oils when I'm trying to help manage moods is definitely aromatically, but then I also like to apply them just on the back of my neck, along the spine, and then on my wrists and over my heart. Topically speaking, it's the easiest way to use the oils, and it works fast. You can apply oils to the skin, but really the easiest ways to use them is to apply them to the bottom of your feet. Even rolling essential oils onto the bottom of your feet, especially with my children, I'll roll the bottom of their feet and rub their feet together, and they're going to be in their bloodstream within 30 seconds. You can dilute them with fractionated coconut oil to prevent skin irritation, or hot oils like oregano or cinnamon. Thyme at times can be a hot oil. You never want to use water, because water is actually only going to accentuate the heat or the sting. I like to compare it to kind of like a Listerine burn, especially if you have them in your mouth. So instead of trying to use water to calm a hot oil, you always want to use some type of oil. Fractionated coconut oil is what we use the most because it's just so great cosmetically and it absorbs quickly. It's not super greasy. But otherwise, you can use any oil. And then internally speaking, you can consume oils as a dietary supplement for targeted wellness. It's supportive to the body's systems. And then, add a drop to your favorite dish. It said for exceptional flavor. I love to cook with my oils. I cook with my oils all the time. I use black pepper oil on probably a daily basis in place of sprinkling pepper into a dish. I use cumin in my chili. I use On Guard or cinnamon in all sorts of like apple desserts. The list goes on. There's thyme, there's rosemary, there's basil, ginger. I use them on a very, very regular basis. And I love the health benefits and the health boost that it's, putting into our food. So 3 different ways to use the oils right there. Some tips and safety. One that I'm going to start with, because it's just been given so much attention lately, is the use of citrus oils, and especially because the weather's getting warmer and we're going outside more often. If you're going to use a citrus oil, and by all means, do not be afraid to use a citrus oil. They are amazing. I use them on a daily basis. Wild orange is my happy oil. But you do not want to apply oils to any area of skin that's going to be exposed to the sun. If so, you want to give yourself 12 to 24 hours before exposing yourself to the sun, because they are phototoxic and or photosensitive. Bergamot is considered phototoxic. All that means, it doesn't mean that the oil is unsafe or is not good to use. It just means that you need to use them, use your brain when you're using them, and don't expose that skin to the sun. If you're going to use them internally, it should be fine. If you're going to put them on the bottoms of your feet, as long as that area of the skin is not going to be exposed to the sun, then you're going to be fine. Or if you're just inhaling them, of course. But definitely keep them out of your eyes, keep them out of your ears. Don't put them in your nose or any other sensitive areas. Just use common sense. Dilute, like I said, with fractionated coconut oil, not water. The directions will always be on the label. So they will always have safety precautions there. So be sure to follow those. If the side of your bottle says supplement facts on it, that's how you know that an oil is safe to use internally. And when you're using them, especially like I'll put lemon oil or lime oil in my water bottle quite often. Use glass or stainless steel. The way that citrus oils work in our body when we're using them, they really are a really gentle and natural detox. But the same way that happens is it's detoxing our body, that oil is going to kind of eat away at the plastic and water bottle, and then you would actually consume and ingest those things. So avoid plastic when you are ingesting oils, specifically like in a water bottle, and just stick with glass or stainless steel instead. All right, so now we're going to show you the 10 most popular products that I think doTERRA has to offer. These oils are part of a couple kits that we're going to talk about. We mentioned earlier that doTERRA offers a full line of kits to help support your family's health. And really, more often than not, it just kind of starts, these 10 oils that we're going to talk about start helping you to replace very common things that you're going to find in your cabinets, if the first things that people typically think to grab and to go for when they need some help with their health and wellness. So let's start with lemon oil. It's a citrus oil. We talked about how you want to, if you're going to drink this in your water, use glass or stainless steel. It's very cleansing. I'd say that the things I use lemon oil most often for are for cleaning my vehicle, cleaning my home, freshening the air. I actually had a friend over. We were getting ready for a vendor event last week, and her son took a strawberry upstairs, and I found that strawberry later ground in my carpet, and we all know strawberry stains. And combination, I had actually used some carpet cleaner, and that wasn't getting it up, and my lemon oil eventually helped me get the rest of it up. But aside from cleaning, again, it's a very gentle detox, a very common thing for people to, put a few drops in their water bottle and drink it throughout the day. Lavender is a very calming oil, right? You can see here in our notes that helps ease feelings of tension, it says, right? anything that needs to be calmed, I always tell people run for the lavender. Maybe it's an occasional skin irritation, something that needs to be calmed down. Grab the lavender. Maybe your body temperature is elevated. Grab the lavender. Other things that we would grab for that as well. But if you just need help resting, getting a better night's sleep, your kids need to calm down. Anything that needs to calm down, go for your lavender. Lavender acts as a natural antihistamine. So when allergy season is about and seasonal threats are coming after us, lemon, lavender, and the next oil that we'll talk about, peppermint, are actually great to just put a drop or two of each of those oils in a little shooter of water, and then, throw them back, swish them around, and swallow them. And a very quick and effective way to help us get relief from seasonal threats. You can see on the bottom of this picture here, again, summer's approaching us. When we've spent too much time out in the sun, I keep an after sun soothing spray handy with lavender and peppermint in it, with some coconut oil in it, and it really helps to soothe and calm the skin down. Peppermint, I mentioned just a moment ago. I actually mentioned it at the beginning of our class too, just to kind of help us wrap our brains around the potency of these oils and how strong they are. If we were live at a class together, I would pass this oil around and invite you to put a drop in your hand. And then, so if you have peppermint oil handy and you'd like to do this, one drop in your hand just to kind of demonstrate the strength of it. And then I would have you place your thumb in the middle of that oil, swipe the roof of your mouth, rub your hands together, rub the back of your neck, and take a deep breath. And what would happen is you would start to experience all of this, your senses awakening and opening up, and your neck cooling, and all of this things just coming alive from one single drop of oil. Peppermint is so widely used for a variety of different things. It's going to help promote a healthy respiratory function, digestive relief, help maintain a healthy body temperature. So if your kids have an elevated body temperature and you need to cool yourself down. It's really great for just an energy boost, something to help keep you awake, wake you up. It's a great idea to keep that peppermint on your nightstand. And if you're groggy in the morning and looking for, help to get you up and maybe working out first thing in the morning, grab that peppermint, take a few deep breaths. You're going to wake up really quickly. Peppermint is also really great to have on hand is what we call a driving oil. And so any oils that you're using, if you're layering maybe a few different oils, if you put peppermint on top of it, it's going to drive it in to then work even harder. I know a friend that loves to put a drop of peppermint in her mocha and make herself a peppermint mocha in the mornings. And so it's obviously got a great flavor too. All right. Next oil we're going to talk about is Melaleuca. Melaleuca is also known as tea tree oil. It's highly purifying, highly cleansing, great for the skin, really great for the skin. It really promotes healthy immune function. I keep Melaleuca on hand, especially when we are living through cold and flu season. I want to boost my family's immune system and help just ward off threats. And so Melaleuca is definitely a part of the routine when it comes to things like that. It's also really great to add a drop to your kids' shampoo. That way we are warding off any little boogers that might like to try to attack their hair, especially kids in school. They're always together, so Melaleuca is a great oil for that. Oregano. I talked about this a little bit just a few minutes ago. Well, I always like to tell people up front, oregano is a hot oil. So if it were to get on your skin, it would burn. I actually, one of the first times I decided to add oregano to a thing of salsa, I put an entire drop in it. And I basically ruined the batch of salsa because the one drop was so potent, it was too much. So when it comes to cooking with oregano, a really good rule of thumb is to have a toothpick handy and drop that toothpick into your oregano oil and then stir it into your food. Taste your food, and then if you need more, then you can go back to that toothpick method and continue to add more, but you always want to go a little bit at a time with this oil specifically, because you can always add more, but you obviously can't take it out. So oregano is also known as nature's antibiotic. So anytime you feel something coming on, feel like your body needs an extra immune boost, Oregano is definitely something that I'm going to grab for and keep handy for things like that. It's really great also to just add this in a veggie capsule. If you've never seen that, it's an empty capsule that you can just add oils to, put the top back on it, and then you're able to make your own capsules and take them internally without having to deal with the taste or the heat of this oil specifically. It supports healthy digestion, your respiratory system, powerful cleansing, power and purifying agent. It's really great to help you get rid of brain fog and just clear your head when you're trying to think more clearly. So oregano is a great oil to have on hand. It's one you definitely probably wouldn't use all the time, but you don't want to be without it when you need it. Frankincense, also known as the king of oils, all right? This oil is so chemically diverse that there's really nothing that you wouldn't want to use frankincense for. So I always tell people, take note, when in doubt, grab the frankincense. I add this, I probably use frankincense most often these ways. Each morning, I try to remember to put a drop under my tongue. It's super cleansing, super great at helping healthy cell replication. So I use it on my skin. Especially like as part of my skincare on my face. Frankincense is a really big part of my skincare routine. It's going to be really great for helping to just relax sore muscles. So if you're on my personal Facebook page, you saw that my mother and I chopped down 4 trees yesterday and built a gazebo, and I am sore today. So last night I actually soaked in a bath of Epsom salts with birch oil and Balance. Tonight I'm going to be using more deep blue and frankincense, and we'll talk more about deep blue in just a second. But frankincense is just such a valuable resource for us to have. You'll definitely want to have that one on hand. Digestin. So I'm going to be honest, digestin is not my favorite smell. And I have come to have a love-hate relationship with it, because regardless of how I feel about the smell, this is the most soothing thing I've ever found for upset tummies, the occasional upset tummy, occasional just needing some relief with like maybe acid production. It's very versatile too. You can rub it on your belly, drop it in your belly button, apply it to pressure points. I haven't talked much about pressure points, but on the bottoms of our feet and on our hands and in our ears, we have nerve endings or pressure points. And there's a great pressure point right here in your ear to apply digestin to when you're helping with occasional nausea. So any kind of stomach upset that's going on, then you'll want to grab the digestin and have that handy. Breathe is a blend of essential oils made up of things like peppermint, there's lemon in it, melaleuca, cardamom, ravensara, eucalyptus. This is our respiratory blend. This was the first oil that I was ever introduced to when my now 5-year-old, she'll be 6 in July, was having some respiratory discomfort, and nothing that I was doing was helping her at all. And overnight, this made all the difference in the world. I find this oil to be one that I will diffuse quite often at night because it just helps to open up the airways, helps when you're sleeping, it helps you to breathe better, and so you get a better night's rest. So Breathe is just a favorite of mine. Like I said, it was the first oil we were ever introduced to with doTERRA. And I love how it says here, actually I feel like I'm blocking some, when loud noises are keeping you up at night. That would be my husband, right? Diffuse for a calming effect that promotes a restful night's sleep, right? So I wish so badly I could, put these oils through the computer and let you smell them right now, because this has such a pleasant smell. Great oil. Deep Blue. This one gets to my heart, okay? So yesterday was 3 years that my dad passed from a cancer called multiple myeloma. And this cancer was a cancer of bone cancer and blood. And so obviously the discomfort that he lived with was beyond anything that I know I've ever experienced. But the first time I ever introduced Deep Blue to him was not long after I had been introduced to Breathe for my daughter. I attended a class very similar to like what you're attending now. and was told about Deep Blue. And so this actually also comes in a lotion. And I got a tube of the lotion for him. And through some issues with the disease that he had been fighting, he had a broken leg and was using a cane and a walker to get around. And through using Deep Blue, it helped him walk again by himself for a long time. And so this oil is very special to me because of the help that it offered him and just the soothing relief it brought to a man who was living with a lot of pain. So it's a very powerful oil and really great for just muscle and joint discomfort. On Guard. All right, so this has got to be one of our most popular oils. It actually comes in a complete array of different products. There's toothpaste, there's laundry detergent, there's foaming hand soap, there is a cleanser, there are beadlets, there's soft gels, there are soothing throat drops. On Guard is called our protective blend for a reason, because it goes to work to protect us from unwanted threats. You can read there in the benefits, it's an effective alternative to synthetic options for immune support. It supports our body's natural antioxidant defenses. Guys, clove oil is a really main component of this, and clove oil scores like millions on the ORAC scale. If you're not familiar with that, Google just how beneficial antioxidants are to our bodies, and you'll see that clove oil just busts through the roof on that scale, and it is one of the main components of On Guard. Diffusing On Guard in your home to purify the air is also very effective. So this is a powerhouse blend that we're very just lucky to have. Okay, so we went through those 10 oils pretty quickly. This right here is called our Home Essentials Kit. Let me move this again so I make sure I'm not covering anybody up here. Anything that we might need to see. The Home Essentials Kit, guys, comes with everything that we've talked about earlier, and it comes with a diffuser. It's with that pretty little, it's called our pedal diffuser. You can set the timer on it. You can see to go for 1, 2, or 4 hours. And yeah, our Home Essentials Kit comes with all 10 oils that we just talked about. You can see the price down here. $275 is a really great, they've actually, knocked off, like it says down there, $86 of the price in order for you to be able to get these in your home. And then the next kit that I want to show you is called our Family Physicians Kit. And this actually has all of the same 10 oils, but there's some smaller bottles. It's about 1/3 of the amount that you would get with the Home Essentials Kit. And then in place of a diffuser, they've actually included peppermint beadlets and On Guard beadlets, which are peppermint oil and On Guard oil in those tiny beadlet for just quick, you can pop them, for just a quick immune boost or breath freshener, or some people like to drop them in their coffee, the peppermint especially. And you can see down there that the price for this one is $150. So before we get into any of that anymore, because I've been talking a long time, does anybody have any questions about things that you would like to talk about more specifically? Unmute yourself and hit me with it. Let's see what you might have any questions about. Anybody at all? All right. No questions from anybody that I can tell. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything up on the chat. Okay. So if there's no questions, then, guys, I really wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you a little bit more about doTERRA itself. When it comes to actually getting these oils in your hands, there's 2 ways to do it. You can buy retail, or you can purchase wholesale through having your own wholesale account. And so I always tell people, friends don't let friends buy retail. I'm a clearance shopper myself. And, when I was first introduced to these, this was definitely the route that I decided to go once I learned about all the features and benefits. doTERRA offers 25% below the retail price when you have your own wholesale account. Think of it like Costco or Sam's, right? You spend $50 a year, and then you're invited to go in there and shop at wholesale. Well, with doTERRA, it works very similarly. It's a $35 fee. And then, however, in addition to that, there are all sorts of benefits that come with membership. You get me, and you get this amazing team of people that are going to come around you and help you learn and support you and help you grow, and know exactly how to use the essential oils for you and your family. There you get to be part of what's called the Loyalty Rewards program. And Loyalty Rewards is all about free product, deeper discounts. For example, every month when you have a certain level of an order, they're going to give you free oil after your enrollment month. So say, for example, this month, the oil of the month is cedarwood oil. I love cedarwood oil for its calming benefits. I love to diffuse it while I sleep. It's super relaxing. Really, all wood oils are really great at relaxing sore muscles and things like that. So it's super versatile, and we're going to get it for free this month. Every month, you're going to have the opportunity to earn 10% back on your order. For the first 3 months, or after the first 3 months, I should say. That then jumps up to 15%, and it continues to grow until after a year, you're earning 30% back. You always get 100% of your shipping back. So all sorts of benefits to a wholesale account, and that, of course, is the best way to get the most bang for your buck. So all that being said, if you are ready to start with a home essentials kit or a family physicians kit tonight, if you are here at the invitation of someone else, then definitely talk to the person that invited you to this class. Otherwise, you can get in touch with me on Facebook the same way that you heard about this class, and we can get you started with that tonight. Last thing that I will tell you is that if you do have, if you're not already a wholesale member, and you would like to take care of that in the month of May, then with a minimum 100 PV enrollment order, you're going to actually earn $50 in free oils right back from doTERRA this month. So it's a really fantastic offer that I would encourage you to take advantage of. So with that being said, if there are no other questions, I would love to hear back from anybody. When I have my classes live at my house, we're like super chatty, and it's a lot of fun. We're usually eating and passing rolls around too, but yeah, any other questions? Anybody have anything else to say? Just hit me with it by all means. You're so quiet. Ashley, where'd your baby go?
He's with Daddy.
I've got 4 kids. They're all with Daddy right now too. So.
Oh, yeah. This is my escape.
Where are you hiding?
I'm outside. I'm in the backyard.
Nice. I'm in my kid's bathroom, so I tried to find it. All right. Well, guys, I won't keep you up any longer. I know it's late. I try to schedule these late because I know that by the time people get their kids to bed or they get in from it can be tricky. I'm trying to make one of these. So we're going to call it a night. But thank you for joining us. Please feel free to get in touch with the person that invited you, or find us on Facebook if you have any questions, and let us help you get started. That's what we're here for, and we're excited to do it. All right. Everybody have a good night.
Thanks, Heather.
You're quite welcome. We'll talk to everybody again soon. Ashley, it was great meeting you. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.